Good afternoon again, and welcome to another show. Most of external reality is just an illusion. The true reality is actually internal. It's not actually external. That's why on my show 7, my shadow show, I encourage people to do the shadow work and work on the internal self, which will make the external better, because the external is fed from the internal. As it always goes. But anyway, let's get into the links of the show. If you want to catch this broadcast, you can go to www.spreaker.com/user/109036668. If you want to catch me on Facebook and send me a message, that's Rob E.T. Tamatea Tuhaka. On MeWe, that's Rob Tamatea Tuhaka as well. So if you want to catch me on that as well. We also got a text service as well, and an email, but the email is blattinboy, that's BLATTIN boy, the word boy, at gmail.com. Just don't forget the first B is a capital. And if you want to text us even just throughout the week to say hello, or you might want to say hello, hi. Don't be surprised if I don't respond, because the text is that service is only for receiving texts. If I deem the text is necessary to voice on air, I will voice them on air. And the number for that is 00642219996916. That number again is 00642219996916. Acknowledgements as per usual. We like to acknowledge the Truth, Honour and Integrity show, who's run by Thomas Williams. Hello to you all. There's a bit of the chat room, and the chat is active at the moment with people chatting in the Truth, Honour and Integrity MeWe group. Also the OIM lot, Alan James, Stephen George. Fantastic work you're doing over in Ireland. And also, last but not least, we also got good old Randy Morgan, he does with Off Planet Radio. So good on you three radio stations. Keep on going with the alternative media, and eventually we will get through this fight. So that's all it is. That's pretty much the acknowledgements at the moment. Not much to report this week as in news-wise. Just only two items. The first one is I've got a friend TK who lives in town. TK Peter. His radio station, Radio 1 Cambodia, which was running for 5 years, might be on its way out due to the fact of the current manager at this time, Sawyer, is getting greedy and pretty much purposely running it to the ground, which Radio 1, when my friend had it, it was booming. But the funny thing is, about 2 days ago, there was a couple of comments that came out saying that my friend TK should be there to take half of that debt, which TK gave it up almost 5 years ago. And also, that he should be going down, just paying, because it's $70,000 in debit, the radio station, and 35 should have been TK's. But it's just funny. Funny how people, he wasn't saying that when it was rolling, and he was trying to make a name for himself when the radio station was rolling. But now, ever since that's happened, unfortunately, when shit hits the fan, which it's been happening quite a lot this year in many fields, people change their mind and change their tune. So next item, I might actually have three. The next item is UFO surprise Kiwi farmer. So pretty much this says the three lights spent on the quarter of minutes zooming about photo credit UFO today. A Kiwi farmer milking a cow in labour had caught three lights on camera, and this was based in the Waikato region in New Zealand. Through my sources, and I won't say who at this time, maybe later, That's hopefully it is part of the hopefully it's part of the peace treaty. If you want to go and look up that the rest of that news item and read into it more, because it's actually quite long, you can go to newshub.co.nz, which is our mainstream news. Which is funny because here about 3-4 years ago, all this stuff was classed as conspiracy. When I was preaching it back in 2015. Now that 2019's happened and 4 years gone, look, it's been exposed on the mainstream media. So, yeah, it's a bit of a shenanigans. And last item but not least, there's going to be a few changes happening in Turanga FM where I used to work last year. There's a lot of organising and changing. Sorry, I'm just getting the bad air and just had the shield up because someone inside's attacking due to the fact they're having arguments. But anyway, let's continue on. Walter the Wiz Walsh, who is known as the Wiz on the radio and here in Gisborne, he had done the morning show for 20 years, and starting from March 11th, he'll be going on the evening show. So for the senior citizens, I do feel sorry for you due to the fact of, I know Wizzy was your favourite. I mean, he's got an ego, but at the same time it suits him because what he does on the radio and everything like that. So, and plus other changes are happening, which is in progress. I will give you an update probably later on when news comes in. So, it's pretty much all the news that I've got this week, and updates. Oh boy, as Thomas Williams says that the masks of illusion are dropping. He's right. I've been even just seeing it. Even some of the stuff he's saying on his shows, I've been seeing it just with my own family alone. Just a lot of the stuff he's been saying is coming to fruition. And I'm not saying like to him that to follow him like he's some sort of god and stuff, because in his opinion, he's he'd rather kick back and I guess live his life how he wants to. But unfortunately, and I felt that same way too. But unfortunately, since there's only a few of us that would stand out and listen and speak and have the confidence to, this is our job at the moment. Maybe when the next paradigm comes on and when the deep states and all that from all over the world and all that has been taken out, maybe that we will get that chance to actually just live a life how we want to and travel where we want to. And that goes for Kim as well, who is, she can't travel, being a part of the Mana World Holding Trust. Her life is in jeopardy almost every day, and it is at risk due to the fact of the work she does. And the Rothschilds and that don't like it, but due to the fact of they're not getting all the funding they used to and feeding off the people, whether it's in finance, actually human trafficking, and also kids' adrenochrome, because a lot of people need to think about the kids in the adrenal glands. That research is out there, so if you want to research about the adreno, what the Clintons were getting up to, that's pretty much a lot of the heinous crimes they were getting up to. And same with the Bushes and also Barack Obama and his Muslim Brotherhood. Even though I'm sort of not American, I do follow news all over the world, and just been a lot of things that we talk about on our THI group that has been actually coming out on the mainstream. So, it just goes to show that the word conspiracy can change in a heartbeat. I can hear banging inside. I think they're having a bit of a argument and dramas due to the fact of my radio show can't be cut off, even if they cut off the internet inside and actually cut off the power. I have UPS backups in my devices because you got to be prepared for an emergency like that. Because, as I said to her telepathically, because she was trying to say, I'll cut off the internet, and I'll cut off the power, and I was just like, go ahead and see what happens, so, and I just told her through that way the show must go on. But anyway, for the last 2 minutes, we like to end on positivity. I like to proudly say that, slowly the movement has gathered. We've gathered 3 members, more members that are interested in the movement. So it's slowly growing. If good things take time, you can't expect how the cabal and them do it, how they throw something out and then you've got thousands of followers literally the next day. It doesn't work like that. It's just educating people on it. And I don't say educate because education means the training of animals. But we're not animals. So I use the word teach. We like to teach people the truth and what's really happening, and so to make them aware, because that's the point here is it's not about standing in front of a crowd, and I mean you can do that, but it's not just about standing in front of a crowd. Just making individuals aware actually expands the consciousness. We had a bit of about a month ago. We had a talk about that on the MeWe chat about just letting from an individual to an individual know. It actually changes the overall consciousness, the collective, which we are a part of. We are individuals, but at the same time we are a part of the collective consciousness of Homo sapienity. I won't say humanity because humanity means monsteranity, but we're not monsteranity. We are Homo sapienity, or terranity, because some species see us as terrans. But it's been nice to talk to you again, as per usual. And until next time, and until next week, you have a good day, a good night, a good week, a good morning, and a good evening. And for me again, chur. You've been listening to Rob E.T. on ET Radio.